Hello and welcome to episode 7. This is actually, I'm doing this on the day that I'm filming episode 8 because I was just checking episode 7 and noticed that the beginning of it with all the yarns is missing. So I'm going to retake that or see if I can find, it looks like it would have been deleted. I got interrupted in the filming, which is where this episode starts, and I need to go back and either find the video or redo it. So bear with me, I'll be with you shortly. Okay, so you can see my Nicole C. Mendez Stripe a Day sock yarn advent. So starting at the toe, and I've done all up to day 18. Or is it day 21? Day 21 now, sorry, day 21. And I will catch this up on day 24 with the final stripes, but it's knitting up really nicely. I've just separated these because I am actually filming in the future and I've already knitted. So I just had to cover up the last couple of rounds, and I will, catch you up when they're ready to go. Next, I was going to say next video, next advent calendar. All right. This is day 19 of the Dragon Trove UK Advent Calendar by, I do it every time, Craft House Magic. I know her name, it's Ellie Jones, and I follow her on YouTube. Hopefully the noise isn't coming through, but the wind is actually blowing the blinds, but I need to keep the door open at the moment. This is colour 19. It is called Gorwin. I'm not sure of that dragon. It's not, the name's not familiar to me, but the yarn's really cute. I like it. All right, so that's day 19. And then day 20 is called Mirath or Myrath. So that's that yarn there, another green yarn. It's got a little bit of olive sort of showing through in there. Really cool, really cool. And day 21, I keep looking at the wrong side because I've got my camera flipped the opposite. So the camera's usually there instead of there. And anyway, that's why my eyes aren't looking at you. I'm not actually looking at myself, that's distracting, but I keep thinking the camera's there and it's here. Anyway, this is day 21, and Regal or Regal, R-H-A-E-G-A-L, and a lot more of the yellow coming in there, a bit more olive, and there's sort of lots of speckles throughout that as well, some darker greens, and just a really cute yarny advent coming along. I'm just going to hold those three up, and I'll hold the entire 24 days when I get to the 24th. And I've also opened these ones up to day 21, so I will show you those. This is from Europe, from my friend in Slovakia. However, I'm pretty sure, as I've said every film, that it is, and I haven't asked her, or if I did ask her, I've forgotten. So I'm just going to double check. I'm pretty sure I've attached the 21, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19. Yeah. So here's day 19. Gorgeous. It's got getting some lighter purples through the dark, really dark, midnighty sort of purple. And then that's getting a little lighter. Actually, no, a little darker maybe. I don't know. They're a bit of a slower fade, and that's got a few more bits of the darker purple in there, or medium purple, and that goes with the whole, those are 21 days of this advent, and I'll show the final 24 on day 24, obviously, and I'll just get the next camera's here, I'll just get the next one. Okay, so the new skein, 50 gram skein I opened for day 21 is this one on the end. This one, it's beautiful looking colours there, bit of variation in there, more tonal though. They're all tonals, these ones, or solids. I did the jam. Let me grab the next one. Okay, so this, the previous one was the Louie and Lola Advent, and this one's Obsession Yarns, also from Australia. This is day 19 here. And again, we were interrupted. Sorry about that. It's my alarms going off. Forgot to turn them off. This is day 19 of the Obsession Yarns, day 20. Just gorgeous yarns. And day 21. Lots more variation in that one. Gorgeous. Just gorgeous. So many different colours in these, all these different advents, and I'm just loving the lot of them. That was the last of the yarn advents. I'm going to try and patch this in somehow to the already uploaded day 7. I'll talk to you again soon, or you'll see the rest of the video after this. Sorry for that interruption. We were here at 15 grams of this would be fruit, and the other 15, the other products. Someone didn't ring. It was my alarm going off, which I should have turned off before I started filming. I need to do my dog's medication. So he's been better on the medication, but he is deteriorating a lot quicker than I would like. Okay, number 21, 24, 22. Come on, 21, where are you? 13, 6, 23. Oh, way over there. One of the other windows, whatever was open and covering this up. This got a nice little blue lid. So this is day 21, and day 21 is milk caramel with Madagascar vanilla spread. Well, that's going to be very yummy. Let me just see what the ingredients. Oh, it's on here, this card. Sweetened condensed milk. That's mostly milk. That's 50. Is it 50-50? I make sweetened condensed milk, and I just haven't made it recently, so I'm trying to remember if it's 2 milk to 1 sugar or 1 of each, and then water. So glucose syrup, sugar, water, Madagascar bourbon, vanilla extract. Wow. Gelling agent, which is the fruit pectin, salt, acidity regulator, and it contains milk, but there you go. So that's going to be yummy for sure. I love milk caramel. I like caramels and fudge and things like that. All right, we have day 22 and day 23, but day 24, it's a bigger box. So, it's not on the list of items on the back. So day 24 is not listed here at all. So assortment of 23 mini jars, and then there's something that's maybe 2, depends how you put, 2 or 3 times the size, the window. So we'll see what happens with that on day 24, shall we? All right, so that is the advents up until today. So I'm very pleased to say that I have caught up with our advents, and I'm on track now to do them either every day, 1 a day, or I won't fuss to find the pen. I'll use a different pen. So that was, this is episode 21. So what have I got happening in the week ahead? So in the week ahead, tomorrow's Monday the 22nd, I'm taking the dog back to the vet. We really need to catch up and just see what the plan is with him from here on in. He either has a brain, he's a Cavalier King Charles Spaniel. Often they can have a brain issue or issues. So it's either because he's a Cavalier or because he's old, or is just deteriorating from age, mixed with being a Cavalier or whatever, or he's got dementia, or, it could be a tumour or something like that. Hopefully not. Well, none of them are good. He is 10 in a couple of weeks. He turns 10. So he's not the oldest he could be. Cavalier's 14 years or so, I'm told. I've not owned a Cavalier before this beautiful boy, and he is a delight, let me tell you. He's just a delight. He's like having a doughy-eyed, calm toddler. So I'm going to go to the vet in the morning. I've got a tip run to do before that. I need to get to the chemist, you know, take old medications for recycling. I've got batteries to recycle at the tip. I've got sharps to take to the sharps bin. Those sorts of things first thing in the morning. They're all open sort of 7 a.m. or 6 a.m. Then I bring the dog home and settle him in. And then I'm driving for 40 minutes or so to meet up with a friend at the British pub. It's in a town called Deloraine and here in Tasmania. And we're going to have a couple of hours together chatting and catching up. It's been months since we've caught up, mostly because I've had surgery and moving houses, and we've had 2 moves since I've seen her. So, so it'll be good to catch up. And then I'll get to listen to the book, The Witches, The Secret Society of Irregular Witches, because I'll be able to concentrate while I'm driving a bit better. And that's Monday. On Tuesday is the 23rd. I'm getting my car. I'm taking my car in. The paint has been peeling for quite some time. And I thought that it was like just damaged or whatever, but apparently it is what was happening in the earlier days of water-based paints on cars. And I was at the car park at Kmart recently, or Coles, and I had a flat tyre, and lots of people told me. So I called the RACT. They came out to fix the tyre, but while I was sitting there, an older gentleman who says he owns, I have no reason not to believe him, he says he owns a number of car wrecking yards. He said, no, that's not rust or damage. He said, that's peeling paint. He said, you should get that checked out. So the next step was that I was ringing around to get the paint checked out. And one place I rang said, are you the original owner of your car? And I said, yes. She said, well, the company will possibly cover that. So I've since spoken to the company. I'm taking the car in on Tuesday, which is great, couple of days before Christmas. And they said that it's possible it could be covered. However, you know, there's some rules, I suppose, about it, which I'll find out more about that on Tuesday. So if they can respray my car, it'll be awesome, because the car works brilliantly. I just had it professionally cleaned because, well, long story short, we used it a lot in the last couple of years. We were living out of it pretty much for a bit over a year. And even when we weren't living out of it, it was still used for, moving and whatever, storing stuff and picking up things. And so it's been well used, done a lot of kilometres in its time, but I've had it serviced. I've got brand new tyres. It has brand new brakes from the previous service that it had here in Tasmania. It's had a couple of services, and then I thought, you know what, I'm going to get it cleaned. So it's looking really beautiful on the inside. It's working really well, runs really well. It's never broken down. And it's 13 years old now. I bought it in early November, 13 years ago. And here's hoping they respray it for free, because, that would be great. So that's Tuesday. Wednesday, it's Christmas Eve. I'm planning, I'm going to the movies on Christmas Eve to see Avatar. I already have my ticket. I was going the other day, but I couldn't sit for that long. I was in too much pain. So, hopefully it'll be different on Christmas Eve. And I'm also going to do a light shop on Christmas Eve. If there's nothing that I want that's left on the shelves, that's okay. I'm still going to go and do a shop anyway, pick up the last few bits and pieces that I'll need for, the rest of a week or so. I've got plenty of food stored here. I've got everything I need for Christmas Eve dinner, that sort of thing. Then on Thursday, Christmas Day, I think I mentioned it last episode, maybe the one before, a gentleman that's been mowing my yard, which is really kind of him. He he rang today to say he put out the bin that had all the mowing clips in it because it's bin night, and he said it's way too heavy, and it was. I wouldn't have been able to move it. So he moved it. And then I was about to ask him what he was doing for Christmas. So him and his wife and their neighbour, a lady that lives next door, and their grandson, I don't know who else, have got a table or they've got seats, but he has a spare ticket. And it's to a community Christmas, which I was actually going to see if I could go. Sounds like it's booked out, but it's just around the road from me. If I was able to walk that far, I mean, I could walk that far, but I would probably maybe not be able to walk back again. I don't know. I mean, it's possible, but it's a crowded event, he said. So I don't want to take my walker so that I have something to sit on if I need to stop. I don't need the walker to walk anymore, but when I go somewhere where I'm walking a bit or I'm in crowds, I take it so if I have to stand for too long, I can sit down. So he offered to give me a lift, but I don't know this man that well, and I just thought, no, I'll just take myself around there. But that's lunch on Christmas Day, and it's a community lunch, so I'm hoping that I will meet a few people, and at least I'll get to meet this gentleman's wife and neighbour. So they live just around the road from me; they're not far away. So and his grandson. So so that'll be really good on Christmas because my daughter is on the mainland, the Big Island. She's having Christmas there because that's where she lives now, and we will, talk, Zoom each other. It won't be devoid of each other's company electronically, but we won't be in each other's company in person, which is the first time in her life that we have been apart at Christmas. So, I mean, I'm not sad. I miss her. I'm happy for her because her and her flatmate they've just done their Christmas food shop yesterday, and they are planning tomorrow because her friend's now on holidays from their job over the summer break, and they're going to cook gingerbread cookies, which we have a recipe that we've cooked every year. For the last 21 years. This is the 21st year that my daughter's been around for Christmas. So they're going to cook them and eat them themselves, but also take some to their neighbours because their neighbours have given them a few bits and pieces in the last week. So that's, their new tradition for them this year, which is really good. So mine's community lunch, which I'm really looking forward to. It's nice to meet people in your community and, get to... It just makes you feel a lot more connected. So it's actually going to be a really good week. Boxing Day, believe it or not, the lady who has been helping me clean after I had my surgery, she is coming on Boxing Day because she's going away on holidays. She's okay to work. I'm home by myself. So, her coming here, she's a lovely lady. Her coming here is not going to be a problem on Boxing Day. So she's going to come and clean before she goes away, which will be lovely for me to, so that'll be company on Boxing Day. And then I'll be vlogging for Vlogmas all the time as well, and lots of knitting time. So it's going to be a great week ahead. It is Sunday, the 21st of December. This is episode 7. I am now caught up, which is awesome. And I look forward to not leaving it so long to do the last few days of Vlogmas. So if you are still watching, if you've stuck with me through this, or if you're watching in the future, next year, catching up on this year's when I'm doing this again next year, then thank you for watching and spending a bit of time here with me. I do ramble. I am aware of that. But, that's life and we're all different. So, and a few people who I know have been watching, who have told me they've been watching, like the long rambly ones, so they can sit and knit and listen. So great. That means we're all suited to each other because I don't mind to bump the gums. All right, I'll talk to you in the next episode 8. Let's see when that arrives. I'm hoping that you will see it tomorrow, probably after I've been out for lunch. Because I don't think I'll fit it in the morning, but we'll see. Maybe it will. That's Australian time. So this is Sunday the 21st Australian time. It'll be the 21st in most of the time zones in America, I imagine. And it's not the 21st. Yeah, it's the 21st in Europe already. Anyway, whatever. Talk to you soon.